What's up everyone, Wheelie Apple here. Today, we're going to be reacting to my 2024 Apple predictions because I've not really watched this video in 2024. I made this last year to try to predict Apple in 2024, and let's see if I got anything correct. So let's go. Right now. Alright. So I relied a lot on leaks for this. Okay, let's see. January 2022nd. Did I get this release date correct? Let me see. And I indeed got the release date correct of January 22nd, 2024, which is pretty cool to see. Alright. And then I thought Vision Pro released on January 25th, when it in fact released on May 2nd, I believe. Alright, so iOS 17.4 Beta 1, I expected this to release on February 6th, but I remember this release, I think the day after iOS 17.3. And yes, we did get new emojis, a lot of things would be hard to predict, but what ended up happening was that a lot of the unpredictable features ended up just going towards development time for Digital Markets Act, which in fact was actually due on my birthday, if you didn't know that, March 6th. So those are the new emojis as expected. Alright, and then the next one was the Spring Apple event. I expected an Apple event on March 18th. And it turns out I was a little bit wrong here. I expected the iPad Air M2 would be released in March, not May, which we definitely got that wrong. iPad 11 still not released yet. And I expected A15 Bionic chip, which definitely not happening at this point. MacBook Air M3. So this did release in March, but it was a little bit early than what I had it at. And I did expect Apple to kill off the M2 MacBook Air and to screw us over with throttle banana chips, but that ended up not happening, surprisingly. And I also expected the price to go down to just $1,000 instead of $1,099. And I expected 15-inch to be the same price, which it still is. But yeah, let's just move on. Okay, Mac Mini M3. Never happened. This Apple product doesn't even exist. Okay, AirPods Max 2nd generation still don't exist for some reason. You probably should. And iOS 17.4 releases on March 26th, when it in fact releases March 5th. And for some reason, macOS and everything else released a little bit later on, which was a little bit interesting to see. But then this release date's obviously not correct. I'm kind of surprised that was a little bit earlier on, considering Apple usually takes a break a little bit later. And then release date, and then 17.6. No one really cares about this. I'm actually curious to see if I got this release date correct, so I'm pretty sure I could. 17.6 developer beta 1 was June 17th. So that's a little bit interesting to see. I guess Apple just didn't want any betas. I fondly remember that now. Alright. Worldwide Developers Conference. Everybody was surprised about the date of being June 10th instead of June 3rd. Okay. Okay, iOS 18. What I had RCS. I had redesigned operating system with SwiftUI. I actually do remember my YouTube shorts that I made where I had concepts of the Settings app and the Messages app. Those unfortunately didn't end up happening. But we did get a couple new iMessage features, new ways to customize home screen. No devices will be dropped to compete with Google. I actually still expect that with iOS 19. I will explain that in tomorrow's video for the 2025 predictions. Probably shouldn't have said that, but who cares? Just one sneak peek. iPadOS 18 announced. So redesign calculator app standby mode. So the only one I got correct was the calculator app. And I just put the old calculator app. I was kind of expecting them to redo the entire calculator app, which was correct. Okay, macOS 15 Mammoth. I did not get the California name release correct. But no new right-click menus. Actually, I think there are some somewhere else in the operating system, but I don't think they are presently present. Lock screen editor. I still wish we have lock screen widgets and stuff like that inside of macOS. That would honestly be pretty useful if you were in your screensaver or just need to look at something on your MacBook. I mean, they have it on the iPad, so they might as well just bring it on the MacBook, and iPad usually has the same use case as a MacBook sometimes. But I could see some use cases where having the lock screen widgets would be pretty useful. And then after the iOS redesign, iOS did not get redesigned, so we did not get any iOS redesigns. Okay, tvOS 18 announced plus beta. This was the middest update. Actually, I think Vision OS was kind of, but I expected Safari to get added, considering that pretty much every other major TV nowadays has a web browser built into it, and Apple's still falling behind with Safari not being on the Apple TV. And minor updates. WatchOS 11 announced, okay, Apple focuses on making sports better, multiple refinements. I mean, the multiple refinements was kind of correct, but actually it was kind of more of a mid-update, but we did get new ringtones, which was pretty nice. Alright, Vision OS 2. I expected them to add widgets to it, and I was expected to be able to port my app to Vision Pro, but that never ended up happening. What's next? Swift 6. This was kind of known already, so I just added this to the prediction video. Alright, iOS 17.6 releases June 19th. I actually don't think I got that correct. We'll see. Yeah, July. Oh, I was way off of that. Alright, September Apple event. So September 10th. I think I got that correct. Oh no, it was September 9th. Apple kind of messed us up, but if this weird rumor was correct, then I guess September 10th would have been correct. But no, I missed it by one day. Who cares? Alright. So Apple Watch Series 10. This was the middest upgrade of the entire year, no doubt. They shrunk the screen, didn't change the processor at all. This Apple product doesn't even exist for some reason. I mean, it should, considering that the Apple Watch Series 6, 7, 8, Ultra 1, and SE 2 are all going to be dropped at the same time. So, hoping for Apple to release a new SE at some point so people don't continue buying the SE 2. People should stop buying the SE in general, or Apple Watches in general, just move on to Garmin. Considering that Apple kind of pretends they're the only ones who make watches nowadays when Garmin's totally a lot better. Alright, Ultra 3 doesn't even exist for some reason. We only got black color. Alright, 16 Plus. A18 chip back camera redesign didn't happen. Oh no, it did happen. Completely forgot about the design. Alright, action button, small camera upgrades. Alright, this seems correct. And actually, in previous years, said the price would go down a little bit. I kept it the same, and I was correct here. Now, I will honestly say the iPhone 16 was actually a pretty good upgrade from the 15. Unpopular opinion right there. Alright, 16 Pro and Pro Max, same price, and 18 Pro camera optimization, 0.1 inch bigger, correct. Okay, M3 chip. I expected them to release the Vision 2, but this didn't end up happening. Stripped down Pro features. Didn't happen. Vision 2 Pro doesn't even exist yet. I'm surprised I put the M3 chip. I didn't expect the M4 chip to be out at all. iOS 18 releases. I think I got this date exactly on. Let's see. Yeah, I got that correct. However, remember a small part in here about macOS Sequoia, Mammoth, whatever I called it. I expected that to get released a week after for some reason. I guess because macOS Sonoma did. But I ended up getting released at the same time. Alright. Did not happen at that time. Okay, so the iPad event. I expected there to be a separate Apple event on October 21st. Didn't end up happening. iPad Mini 7th generation. Alright, so October 15th. So this didn't end up happening like I expected it to on that exact date. But I expected it to get the M2 chip, which did not end up happening. I think it has Apple Pencil Hover, so I think I got that correct. But other than that, it was kind of a mid-upgrade. Okay, iPad Pro M3. So this happened way earlier in the year, and it was the M4 chip, believe it or not. Okay, AirPods 4, a little bit earlier in the year. That was part of the iPhone event. I don't think I put noise cancellation at all, but I think I kind of knew that. Okay, iOS 18.1 was October 28th. I think it was a little bit earlier. Oh no, it was correct. It's correct about the release dates. Man, I'm really good at predicting release dates. Okay, iOS 18.2. This was a little bit earlier. But yeah, alright. Releases on December 10th. I think I got that correct as well. Did I? Or I don't think I did. No, December 11th. I was one day off there, but pretty cool that I got 18.1 and 18.0 correct and 17.3. 18.3 beta 1. This happened a week later. And I did not predict that my app would be Willy Widgets and Willy Study, but who cares? Anyways, you should go download Willy Widgets and Willy Study. Thanks for watching. Come like, subscribe, share this with your friend, and come back tomorrow to see my predictions for 2025. See ya!